what we're gonna do.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Wednesday night. It's What the Show. My name is AJ Lancaster. I'm one of your co-hosts.
Hi, we're the Deacons, and I really hope, AJ, that you're enjoying that beautiful cool down because that weather has royally fucked our College World Series chances because we have played 2 games today. And I think if we would have just had the morning off, we could have won this one.
Yeah.
Thanks, y'all. We have a very special guest this evening.
Making his return to the show for the first time in about a half a year, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was around.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it was like Christmas time you came on. Welcome back, our good buddy Jeffrey Kahn. How you doing, buddy?
Good. I wish Furious was making more money, but that's fine.
We're going to bring this up because
I feel that on a deep personal level.
That's something I was going to bring up early tonight. Was the What the Show box office draft game is something that we share in a league with Kahn here, and like Bethany in What the Show, he has Furiosa, so they can commiserate together on
currently picking last. Perfect.
Guess what I got in our league? I got Back to Black.
It's all suffering from here.
I do have.
It's all suffering.
This ends with me going to rehab and being envious of my friend's baby.
Guys, we like the lower half of a draft, is what it is.
Right. I always say you can win no matter
It's
where you
all
draft.
along. It's fine. It's fine.
I am pissed off because I'm probably getting the number 1 pick in What the Show, and I want to be last, and AJ wants the one pick.
If you'd like to trade it with us, we wouldn't be mad.
So quick update with the 9 movies that have been released. The current order, obviously there are 5 more in this league to come out. AJ Lancaster has Back to Black, which is 9th place. Justin the Juice has Tarot, which would be 8th. Bethany Deacon has Furiosa, which would be 7th. Jacob London has Garfield, which would be in 6th. Mark Moose Haas has The Fall Guy, which is currently in 5th. Larry Payne has If, which would be in 4th. Jeremiah Morris moved up with Bad Boys Ride or Die to number 3. Falling out of the top position now at number 2 is Chance Ellison with Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, and skyrocketing to first place with a commanding lead is PJ Campbell with Inside Out 2.
Yes. Yeah, all those Inside Out people, all those Deadpool and Wolverine people, just screw all of you.
Yeah.
Like Inside Out 2, they said is on pace to make $30 million today.
That's fine. It's going to make more money.
It's going to make $1 billion.
Furiosa makes all summer. FML.
Obviously, all those little kids who loved Inside Out should have gone and
they should have gone and watched Furiosa. Come on.
Yeah.
There's so much crossover.
This could have been a double feature.
I can see it personally. I think that there's something there for everyone, you know?
Furiosa, but it cuts to the emotions inside her head.
Oh my Lord. Please give me that movie.
Just red lights flashing and it's just panic. It's all anxiety.
The first half of the movie pretty much would be, I think.
Yeah.
And then probably
and then anger takes over.
Anger pretty much would be the driving force of the rest of
the
Lewis Black's Furiosa.
Oh my God.
Listen, I don't pay money to see it personally.
That's true.
So William Harold in the chat, this is 100% true. I did see this. There's an embargo on A Quiet Place. Now the question is this really for spoiler purposes for a prequel, or are they trying to avoid the reviews? That's kind of where my head is.
Double-edged sword. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. All I know is it better not make more money than Furiosa.
Yeah, how much could you really spoil from A Quiet Place prequel?
Right. That's the question I
had. I don't know what
too.
happened. I don't know what twist is awaiting us in Quiet Place.
That's the line of the night right there.
Twist. they when they hear things,
Thank you.
our good buddy Justin,
Just made it.
Justin Timberlake, and the Juice. Justin, by the way, driving us home tonight.
Hey-o.
Justin having one to warm up. Cool stuff.
Oh.
He's doing it, but he's not a soldier.
Was this what he was singing when he got the DUI?
I wish. I hope so.
I really do.
Well,
Just
I'm not
covered
doing
in
that.
Budweiser. The fact that this clip exists.
It's everywhere. Oh, Justin
This is
Timberlake.
Not wasting precious. Did we? Has
Just
anyone
covered in
made?
Budweiser.
I'm not King Juice because King Khan is with us. I'm King Juice because Budweiser is the king of beers.
Oh,
okay.
yeah, there you go.
There you go.
That's your play on it. I don't even know what our lower third is tonight.
That is Timberlake's
It
third
is
bud, so we're just going to go ahead and cut that there. Probably got a copyright strike already. And ladies and
Wow.
gentlemen,
I saw Wallace Shawn die. Wallace Shawn is dead.
It's 2 minutes for roping. I like that.
You're a jabroni.
all right, ladies and gentlemen, it's Wednesday night. It's What the Show. My name is AJ Lancaster. I'm one of your co-hosts.
What up? What up?
Focus on the king. Focus on the king, you dumb camera.
I just want everyone to know that that could have either been interpreted as another intro or our shortest stream ever. I was like,
Did
did we
you-
do that?
Everybody,
Are
names. Have
we
fun.
live?
Introduce yourselves, guys. Come on.
I have a heart out like right now, so I gotta go.
You know what?
I only had 5 minutes, so I
He can only be here for 5 minutes, and we're like, we will take your time. Thank you so much.
Listen,
If that's
with the
all
way
you
the
can
stream's
offer,
gone so far, like I said,
you know, when people say they have a heart out, we at What the Show respect that. And we make sure we
We
wrap
say
up
we
in
do
time.
too.
We're just saying.
Yeah, so the AI thumbnails have been so much fun to make because this thing, if you put the commands into the AI to make something, oh, it is spectacularly bad with what comes out.
Oh yeah. I couldn't get it. I was gonna like use AI to create a whole What the Show story. Where well, it came all the way back from Jake Iacovetta and Duncan Jones. It was going to be the whole like the buddy cop, and I couldn't get AI to put a backwards hat on Jake.
Oh, that's disappointing.
He came out.
I think we should be clear though that we hate this stuff, and it's just funny how bad
we hate
it
it, but it's funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's awful. It's really
We're
bad.
really
The-
not fans of that.
the one thing I've
it's funny.
I've noticed with a lot of it, like I've tried a lot of it because I keep on making Steelers fans crying, and
For no particular reason.
the
No
Steelers
reason.
fans,
There's not like someone you know is a Steelers fan.
Yeah, no reason.
the number on the front of the jersey and on the patches are always different. They cannot do a jersey whatsoever with this.
And they're like, it's going to take over the world. I'm like, it can't even. Can't put a backwards hat on literally the
It can't
drunkest
spell
person
pride.
on this planet.
Mike, have you tried typing in Kenny Pickett and seeing what it gives you?
So it comes up. It doesn't really look quite like
Okay.
him. We've tried it, but we do have the stickers. He comes up if you do the AI stickers.
Okay.
It's the AI like actual whatever
Whatever
photographs
it
you want to
is that
call
they're
it.
doing.
Those don't come out so good, but the stickers come out pretty funny.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know, AJ. I'm still really having some issues with Omaha's weather. I have a grudge.
Yeah, but it's Florida hot here otherwise, and it's like a 70-degree day in the middle of that. You know that day. Today's that day.
I'm happy for your great weather today. so pleased for that great weather.
Yeah, here in Georgia, it's been rough during the feels like temperature in the day has been around 98 every day. So it's been.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know what happens when it rains here? It just stays hot.
It doesn't cool down at all. Florida, at least it did a little. A little.
I think for like a minute, and then it just gets muggy.
Oh, it's a casual 105 in Arizona.
That sounds so nice. Just a hair dryer right in your face.
Can't wait to go there later in the year.
So I think should maybe be better.
It's like a different. Having been there, it's a different kind of heat there, though. It's like
Let's not talk about it's a dry heat, okay? It's a dry heat. It's still miserable.
It feels like walking. I was there, I think, last year, and it was like walking into an oven in Arizona.
Yes, and no one likes that. That's not a pleasant feeling. Then you just have dry skin.
Sunshine.
I hope Jacob's wedding is indoors.
Please be at least.
If you somehow plan this outside, you are a crazy person.
You bastard.
Oh boy! So one of the things we were going to bring up, the reason Khan picked this particular night to come on is obviously because Inside Out 2 did just come out. I know that all three of us in the bottom half of the screen have seen it. I'm assuming the top half has not.
Speaking of, before we get into that, but speaking of the box office, you all know I picked The Fall Guy because of local buddy David Leach from Kohler. I was just with my connection to David Leach,
Ooh.
my friend, my friends whose dad was buddies with him, and he just was telling us not 45 minutes ago, that they're like, he's pretty sad right now.
Did you see if we could come on the show?
After the box office, probably. He's like,
can we get him for a bum wine stream?
It's like,
share some BTS stories. That
Inside Out's doing well.
Inside Out made more in one day than I did the whole box.
Yeah. What's the other movie? It's making money right now.
Bad Boys.
Bad Boys.
Yeah, Bad Boy. Yeah, Bad Boys doing well. That surprises me. That's so dumb. That Bad Boys is making money.
It's dumb that Bad Boys is making money.
Yeah.
Will Smith could have killed that poor man.
Exactly. We're still hung up on it. Like 3 years later.
I have not seen it, so I can't speak on the goodness, the quality.
I saw it yesterday. It's
of
fine.
it. Was it?
That's kind of what I've heard from almost everybody who's seen it. They're like, it's not terrible. It's like, okay.
The one thing that is really good about it is some of the camera tricks that the directors use. It's stuff you've never seen before. The way they
That's
use
cool.
it. So that's at least something.
We'll probably
I
see
saw
it next week.
the footage of Will Smith.
That one behind the scenes thing where he's flipping the gun and the camera flips with it. Yeah, that's in the movie. And there's even more than that. So at least that's cool.
Okay.
It's like hard to do that already.
A brief second.
Yeah, I'm thinking we'll see. There's that, I think it's just the bike riders this weekend, so there's nothing major. So we'll probably go see it next week at some point.
See, I want to see the bike riders just because everybody in that movie is making a choice.
Accent wise, I mean,
yeah.
That's AJ's favorite genre.
When you get Elvis and Tom Hardy and Jodie Comer, who's British, you're gonna get a lot of accents.
So my favorite genre is prestige actor doing a silly voice.
There you go. This is perfect. This is right up your alley.
Yeah.
No one's gonna sound like how they actually sound in this movie.
No.
I liked Elvis for all the wrong reasons. I loved the Tom Hanks scenes.
So ridiculous.
AJ, these are very bold choices. Bold choices.
Of all the reasons to like Elvis, the Tom Hanks scenes is the reason that AJ liked Elvis.
Mhm.
He's wide.
That and the that and the
some choices in that movie. No one
that-
can deny that.
that and all the rap music during transition
Oh yeah,
scenes.
that was so cool to hear rap music in Elvis.
Yeah.
During Elvis.
During the Elvis
Mhm.
biopic movie.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
You know,
Oh,
he's gonna do his thing. He does. He's gonna do it every time.
Decisions were made.
Decisions were made.
tell me the wear sunscreen guy did a lot of cocaine. No way.
But Inside Out, y'all. It was good.
Yeah.
But we are here tonight. Well, we're here tonight to probably talk about this for like 5 minutes and then go off on other tangents. But we are here tonight to discuss about how the state of Nebraska is ruining my life, A. But B, just kidding, AJ, we love it. But B, we are here to discuss if we're pitching a new emotion if they were to make another Inside Out, you know, to make it a trilogy.
I mean, they're
who-
going to.
Yeah, well,
They're going
yeah.
to make one third.
With the
pretty
money
much-
it's making. Yeah,
At
there
this
we go.
point, yes, it's guaranteed at this
Obviously,
point.
they're working on it
Riley
right
Goes
now.
to College is going to be a movie.
Yeah.
So since Pixar is making the money and Disney loves money, they're gonna want to make another one. We're gonna pitch an emotion and who should voice act that emotion. And since Juice is usually not up to date on what we are doing on what the show, I'm gonna assume this is the first time he's hearing of that. So we'll let him go last so he can conjure up our thoughts.
Wait, what?
So you're
I didn't-
pitching a new emotion for a new Inside Out movie,
Oh,
and you have
okay.
and pick someone to voice them.
And
didn't-
who's gonna voice it? Right.
You can come up with that.
Oh,
in a minute,
okay.
right? Yeah, you got a minute.
You got this. We're gonna let you go last. It's
Well,
time.
what are the 5 already? Hang on, let's establish.
So
Well,
there's more than 5 now.
There's more
Yeah.
than 5 now.
There's 9 now.
There
So
you
we have to go off all 9. Like we have to invent something new from
Something
the.
different.
It
Yes.
can't be, you can't do like any of
Okay,
the ones
I
that
gotta
have
look
already
up what the
been
9
in
now
the
are.
movie.
There's like 1 or 2 of them that kind of bounce off each like kind of hand in hand with each other that currently exist. So if you want to go something that's just like a little bit ancillary, that's fine, but it's just
Yeah,
not
we're
that
not-
direct.
We're not going to be that nitpicky.
Yeah.
So obviously, you
Unless
have
you
Joy.
think they're going to replace the voice actors again, which
Well, that I
Yeah,
mean
which
that's
they could do that since they did do
Very
that.
let's not get into
easily
that. Yeah.
This is a fair point, to be honest.
They do love money.
yeah.
That's true.
They love it so much.
And they don't
And-
like paying their actors. We don't
Yeah.
have to get into that. We don't have to-
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's a whole different rabbit hole. HA, do you have someone for us?
I have multiple.
Okay.
I like it.
So
I'm excited. I like multiple options.
now I had to Mike and I already put one in our group chat, so I think we'll probably save that one for last for my interpretation of it.
Okay.
But
Excited.
when you think of existential dread,
Mm.
who else but Tony Hale? Yeah, no. I
Who's
mean,
Porky?
they did it with Porky.
The voice of Forky. Yeah.
Currently in it, but he can do multiple voices.
I mean, Forky thought he was trash, so
No,
Yeah.
same
well,
voice.
Yeah.
Trash is warm, trash is safe, but it's just somebody like somebody in their early 20s having that thought about just life.
Mhm.
Is Tony Hale going to become the D. Bradley Baker of the Inside Out universe?
Maybe. He's talented. He could do it.
Oh, I'm a big Buster Booth fan, so like I'm all about the Tony Hale stuff. But
And Gary and Veep is one of my favorite characters of all time. You guys haven't? I don't know if anybody else has watched Veep but me, but
I've seen some of
Veep
it.
is so good.
he was actually very funny in The Heat too. He had a scene in the beginning of the movie The Heat with Sandra Bullock and Melissa McCarthy, which is very, very funny. That's an underrated movie, by the way. Like I think of movies I went and saw that like had a certain expectation and like it wildly exceeding it. That was one of them.
Nice.
All right, so AJ, what's your pick for the emotion?
Tony Hale as existential dread.
Oh, got it. So he's playing two. Oh, it's 2 roles. Got it.
Yeah. So he's gonna be in 2 roles now. Bethany,
Wait,
I know you.
He has another role in Inside Out.
He's in it. He's in the
He's
sequel.
He's in the new one. He's in the new one. Did you? Oh, wow. That's. I thought you knew that. Okay.
All of it?
all the whole movie. Yes, he is in.
Yes.
He is taking over the role of Fear, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's taking the role of Fear from Bill Hader.
Really, Fear and Dread. Let's
Fear and Dread.
go.
I mean, they go hand in hand. So
You know,
You-
they go hand in hand. It's
You
kind of-
typecast him.
It is a subset of one of the, so I could
Yeah.
see if they're gonna do it. They're like, let's just do the same voice actor. He'll kind of be like a cousin or a brother of this other emotion. It makes sense.
the only challenge is,
really-
can Tony Hale modulate his voice enough to sound like two different emotions?
I don't know.
He probably could.
I'm
He's talented. He's talented.
So I have one, and it's funny looking at the chat because one of the ones I came up with the person has been mentioned, and of course, in the movie, it's not a spoiler because in the trailer there is a sarcasm. But what would go best with the sarcasm is the emotion of snark, and of course that has to be voiced by Bruce Campbell. So Bruce Campbell, especially if it is a college age Riley, maybe mouthing off to like her RA or something like that, being snark. I am all here for this.
Something after her.
That's
All
good.
right.
That's good.
Like it.
Yeah. No, I like it. I'm okay. I'm down with that.
There's a couple of people that I thought of for snark, but I thought like I could just see him doing the voice role and just having a field day with it. So that's who I settled on.
There's a lot of comedians you could probably they would probably cast as Snark, but I like Bruce Campbell more than just any comedian.
Yeah, I like Bruce Campbell in almost any. Like you're telling me Bruce Campbell's in the movie, I'm probably gonna go see it even just for 30 seconds.
We know PJ's going to, so yeah, that's a guaranteed ticket if you get him.
They have at least one. They have at least a handful of
They got
tickets
2
sold.
tickets sold. Yeah.
True. It's true.
They got it.
You got your.
I do have a nomination. So I was thinking this movie again because she is having a coming of age moment. She's turning into a teenager. Obviously, a lot of the emotions we introduced were a little bit, more anxiety, embarrassment, kind of like things that are a little bit more negative connotation, which is being a teenager, really being an adult too, if I'm being honest. But which I loved and I love seeing. But I was like, really, we don't have a lot of like good emotions. Like a lot of them are quite
Positive.
quite negative emotions. Like joy is the only one we would say is positive. So I was trying to think of some more positive emotions, and I was thinking of like peaceful or calm. It's like maybe when she kind of like gets into that, maybe she learns about some meditation and dealing with anxiety. She gets some good therapy and or medication, which again, a girl
or drugs, yes, exactly.
Definitely a thing in college. So she starts hitting up that ganja, and I was like, who do I want to voice calm? And like honestly, quite a few people came to mind because there's some like good actors out there that just like radiate calmness. But then I really thought, I think it has to be Stephen Fry, right? Because like his voice is so soothing, and like he is just so good at voice. Like he does so many like audiobooks because people love his voice. Like very smartly, they love his voice. So yeah, I think Stephen Fry just gives me a sense of calm, and I'd love him to voice that emotion personally.
Yeah, Bethany, the further we go into this conversation, we're going to see you and I had very widely different points of view. Like we did this homework assignment.
Stephen Fry as
100% different.
You're like, I would like to bring in some wackiness. Let's get some more crazy emotions. And I'm like, I just want my girl to be living her best life. I want her to be calm, cool, collected. I want Stephen Fry to voice it. I want nice things. I want nice things for her.
All right, Con, what'd you come up with?
Oh boy, this is gonna be such a 180 from what everyone's already said. So, as Riley gets older, she's gonna start developing romantic feelings. So my pitch is for the horny emotion. They would never do this, but my pitch is for the
Mike wants to do a horny.
If I'm making this movie, horny is definitely part of it because you can't deny that teenagers. That's when they start to feel
Probably
They'd come up with a better word.
Say it, but
they could probably come up with a better word, yes, but
horny.
yes, that absolutely should be part of it. So I had either a serious answer for the voice actor or a funny answer. The serious answer would be you have to have someone with like a sultry, seductive voice. So I went with someone who's already voiced a sultry, seductive AI, and that's Scarlett Johansson.
Okay.
So that's the serious answer. The funny answer is you get Emma Stone, but she does the voice from the SNL sketch of her in the dorm room poster. Doing the hell yeah.
Yes.
I like that.
If you just want to go
both of
balls
those
to the
work
wall,
for
just
me.
crazy horny, then you get Emma Stone doing that voice from SNL.
So we actually, the example I used in the group chat was horny.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have the GIF of them anymore, but the person I suggested was WWE Hall of Famer The Godfather.
Oh, good lord.
I'll just give his answer. Then I'll tell you about mine.
All right. I'm going with empathy.
Okay,
So
Okay.
that's a different one.
empathy,
We're all over the place.
I know.
the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. So
Mhm.
I figure want someone who's good at looking at what other people are going through. How do I best help and practice
Mhm.
that? And so I think of no one better than Larry David.
Obviously.
Because
Okay, I was
think
worried
empathy.
for a second.
I think empathy.
he is always looking out for the other person. He always
Mhm.
ends up doing something that just ends up making everything worse, and everything gets screwed up. But he has the best of heart. So I think
Okay.
the character can be going through a situation where she tries to do the right thing and everyone interprets it wrong and all hound on her. And no better person than Larry David to be the voice of empathy.
Obviously.
Good one.
The king of empathy.
Empathy.
I don't know if I could ever associate Larry David with that emotion.
That's the first
Maybe
thing
he'll
I
change
think
my
of.
mind.
So
Maybe he'll change my mind.
Mike saw my first idea for horny, and that was Glenn Howerton. Now it gets better because we're doing Caitlin Olsen as bitchiness.
Oh
We're
god.
doing Danny DeVito.
It's the rated R inside out.
Yeah.
We're doing Rob McElhenney for gay thoughts and Charlie Day for confusion.
Confusion.
Who's,
Sorry, Dave, for confusion.
where's
Could actually happen. That one I
Danny
could
DeVito?
That one's good. That one's really good.
confusion. Like Riley takes her first drink, and then all of a sudden,
All those feelings you get in college that you don't know what to do with.
She's just the worst person.
Oh, God.
We're
We're gonna destroy this teenage girl with,
Yeah,
with
poor
these
Ryan.
voice
Whoa.
choices.
We were having a debate earlier. Do you feel like hungover as an emotion?
like
I feel like that's a
feeling.
state of being, not really an
Yeah,
emotion.
like it's a feeling, right?
Yeah.
You are like I'm a different person hungover than I am in my other normal state.
Hungover is kind of like you got to have somewhat of the energy of anger, but also like a lethargy to you.
Yeah, but also kind of like a
Lethargy.
baby because you know what I mean. Like you're kind of like a baby when you're hungover. You're just like food.
It's a little bit like
water.
ennui in the new movie, where you're just you
Yeah,
have low
like-
energy and doesn't want to do
Yes.
anything. Yeah.
But just like hungover, just being a one word at a time would be pretty good. So Vin Diesel would play.
Vin Diesel's now cast as hungover.
Grumbling through the whatever
Yeah.
lines they're given.
Oh.
Can we briefly talk about Vin Diesel's Father Day post that AJ sent out? Because
Yeah.
what
Oh,
a
God.
wild ride from
I'll be right
start to
back.
finish.
Who even is Vin Diesel's father? Does he have
I
one?
don't know.
Mr. Diesel.
The,
Mr. Of
the
course.
midichlorians, I think much like Anakin before she came out.
He was conceived by
Drinking
the
a
Force.
Corona.
Yeah.
He was manufactured by the creators of Mr. Clean.
Yeah. Or I don't know, the Ford company or something.
Yeah.
An old American muscle car. He was just made on the factory line.
Yeah, that's true.
So this was the post. Happy Father's Day to you all. While location scouting for Europe for Riddick, the concept art from Fast X Part 2 keeps pouring in. Wait until you see the American road trip. Ha ha. Period. On a side note, ... I saw warships off my country's shore.
What?
Period. Period. I'm not the Tucker type. ... As a father, my kids live in that country. Period.
Which country is he referring to?
Period. Putin. I will fly to the Caribbean. Come have dinner. Period. Let's not let foolishness dictate the future.
Oh my god.
Hashtag Happy Father's Day.
He's trying to talk to Putin. He's trying to make peace with. Oh god.
What was that? He's like, all right, I'll make a Father's Day post. And he's like, no. Got to self promo even this Father's Day post. And then he's like, but also let's go ahead and talk a little like geopolitics.
Let's try and resolve things with let's just resolve things with Russia while I'm at it.
Also, remember, I'm as big as a helicopter.
Yeah, like weird. I'm like, what was his train of thought? What made him think like this is the Father's Day post? That posting it, we're doing it.
Here's the thing: Vladimir Putin could have done the funniest thing in the world. Call the bluff.
Yeah,
like, you want to talk? Let's go. Let's talk.
Sure.
Like, I'll go down to the Caribbean. Like, I don't understand. Why do you have to meet with Putin in the Caribbean?
Like, I want to be a fly on the wall for that conversation.
Yes.
Like, Vin Diesel can be to Putin like what Dennis Rodman is to Kim
Jong-un. Oh god.
But that's what we have.
Maybe Putin really likes the Fast and Furious franchise. Maybe this is you know.
Oh my god, Vin Diesel is Steven Seagal.
Oh yeah.
Oh god, is Vin Diesel about to cast Vladimir Putin in the next movie?
Oh, how did I not see that before? They're
He's the modern day Seagal. He's the modern day Seagal. Yeah.
We should difficult to work with, untalented, both with very questionable music careers, by the way. They're the same guy.
They're the same guy.
We should make T-shirts with the picture of Vin Diesel just as the modern day Steven Seagal.
Or just get both of their faces on one shirt and just facing each other. Yeah.
I need Matty Gunner's thoughts on this. Like,
he's probably asleep right now, but we'll get it.
Yeah, but if you message him, he'll let you know tomorrow for sure. For sure.
He's definitely going
to bring back Seagal now. We should, if only he would for the next Fast and Furious movie.
Yeah, I don't think he's awake.
Yeah, probably 3 or 4 in the morning where he is.
If Steven Seagal cameos in the next Fast and Furious movie, you guys deserve a cut just for like speaking it into existence.
Those people who are in those movies are sentenced to them because they don't like Vin Diesel.
Yeah. It's fair, honestly.
He has too much power.
There's only one way out, and we saw.
I'm doing some scouting for Riddick, but don't you worry. Faster, like what a weird.
Why is there another Riddick?
First of all, who is
because that's all he knows how to do. He just goes back to the franchises that made him famous. He's like I can't do original stuff.
The sad thing was
almost successful career.
The Pacifier, in all honesty, is not a terrible movie. He actually was not bad in that movie. But he never went back to the well with something like that. Like you can pull this off. Like I think that's something that Batista is going to lean into based on what I've seen with him and that kind of thing. Like he's like, I know I can do these family movies where I'm kind of playing the big dumb uncle, but who saves the day kind of thing. Vin Diesel could have made so much more money.
He already made money with.
The Fast movies are absurd moneymakers, but in between the Fast movies, he could have thrown one of those in that cost nothing.
He's not willing to challenge himself creatively.
That's true.
Hey, he was in a Sidney Lumet film.
That was that's like almost 20 years ago, but yes.
Yeah.
But it counts. Okay. Yeah. It counts.
It's 2003 for Find Me Guilty.
I think it's 2006. But yes. So close. Almost 20 years now.
God, that makes me feel old.
The last time Vin Diesel was in a prestige project.
Yeah, you're
there was the last time. Our first time.
Yep.
That was good.
Well, there was that, and there was a Boiler Room, and there was Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, Boiler Room's not bad.
I was gonna say he actually.
Yeah, Boiler Room's a good movie.
But it does say something where he's the first person to die in Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, well.
Spielberg knew, okay, this guy can't actually act, so I'm going to kill him.
Get him out of here.
He immediately realized his mistake. Yeah.
That probably was not in the script, too. He just met him and was like, all right, you're done.
Yeah. You're fine for
Yeah.
what you do, but you're also dying first.
I think he probably is eagerly waiting. He's like, we could do
Yeah,
this
there you
again, right, Steve? Like, we
Right, too.
could
Boiler
definitely-
Room 2, they get out, and then they
See,
finally
like-
get to jail,
I
right?
think everyone
And then
knows
the GameStop stocks thing happens.
No.
How did I have one? It's like
Boiler
in
room
the-
dumb money crossover.
Yes. It'd be funny if Warren Kitty just got increasingly more attractive actors to play him in more dumb money movies every time GameStop spikes.
Yeah. So with staying on Vin Diesel for a sec, when the Tonight Show came to Universal Studios, I actually got myself into the first taping, the first day they did it. And the guests were Vin Diesel, Shaq, and then Pitbull was going to be performing. They didn't do that as part of it. They put him in the actual park and like
Mr.
made it public.
Worldwide?
But like Vin Diesel kept saying, everyone thinks me and Pitbull are the same person. And Pitbull comes out, and Vin Diesel is legitimately probably like 6 or 7 inches taller than Pitbull. The biggest Vin Diesel felt in his entire life.
Oh my god.
Vin Diesel, by the way, is like 5'10", right?
Yeah,
I think he's not even
that-
that tall.
Pitbull is-
So
Pitbull
might be
Pitbull's
really
fat.
short.
Pitbull's short. Pitbull's very because Vin
Pitbull's
Diesel
a
like
mini Diesel.
I don't think Vin Diesel's even 6 feet if I'm not mistaken.
Like he's not a super tall guy.
Yeah, he's
Pitbull-
built at
Oh.
6 foot, but he's actually like 5'10".
Well,
Pitbull-
Pitbull's billed at 5'9",
That's
And
a
he's
lie.
probably actually
That's
Five-
a
five-
lie.
5'7".
That's a lie.
so they must. Yeah,
Because he was definitely Vin Diesel was definitely over him by a couple of inches. Vin Diesel might have also had lifts in his boots. So I could see him doing that.
When-
So.
He absolutely would do that.
One of his body doubles used to live in Omaha, and she's like 5'8", 5'9", and she's like an inch shorter than him. And it was just funny because it's just like it's kind of what the guy looks like in real life. It's like I'm 6'1".
Do you think do people like stop him and they're like, "Hey, Vin Diesel"?
Oh yeah, like when he wanted to get noticed, he'd
I feel like a
like,
lot of
his
people in
eyes were
America
off,
look like
but
Vin
he would wear like the Riddick glasses.
Yeah, and then you wouldn't be able to tell.
It's like the
Mhm.
most common job you could get as a Vin Diesel stunt double because I feel like a lot of people look like him.
Yeah, but, I mean, in
A
fairness,
lot of
he
bald
doesn't-
guys who wear wife beaters.
Yeah, he doesn't have like really a unique look.
yeah.
He's
I
kind
got
of
a
just
friend.
looking
I got
guy.
a friend that could look like him easily if you wanted to.
Vin Diesel's an easy Halloween costume.
Yeah.
Yes, true.
Out of shape Vin Diesel is, but in shape Vin Diesel.
Well, you got to put the word. Yeah, I'll give you that.
But nobody could recreate Fast and Furious, the ride, Vin Diesel. I mean, you would have to be like,
That's
30,
a-
40 feet.
yeah, 30
Jesus.
feet, 700 pounds,
Some-
but skinny.
Somebody bring in
Not
like a
skinny, but in
toy
shape.
helicopter with them and just carrying it around
Yeah.
Halloween party.
Is that a shirt?
Oh my god, I need
It's
to
gotta
work
be.
out.
Vin Diesel's basically King Kong at that point.
That's what they made him to be in the rock.
Yeah, exactly.
This is accurate.
Oh man.
It's surreal.
Oh my goodness. Everything's coming to an end. All my dreams are over.
I love that this is completely unprompted for anybody who didn't catch the first intro to the show.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
idea what that came from.
What's going on with Bethany? Everyone, I'm fine. Mostly.
Maybe
Baseball.
that's another emotion for Riley is world-ending thoughts. It's just doom and gloom. Is that an emotion?
Doom, gloom. I'll voice it.
Well, if
I'm
Tony Hill's
prepared.
already there.
Well, that's true. Like
Since he was.
apocalyptic thoughts.
No, where is the emotion that like all boomers get when they've been on Facebook for too long and they just believe everything? You know, like
Oh,
who would
God.
voice gullible?
Who was called?
Get Kevin Sorbo as the voice of Copium.
What? Yeah, what would that be?
The voice of Gullible.
Mel Gibson.
Was gullible,
Oh,
gullible an emotion?
Oh boy.
I need it, like it has to be like that. It has
Gina
to get
Carano is.
Do you want Inside Out 3 to be the most problematic film ever?
Yeah, this movie is gonna be very, very problematic. Real
I
quick.
was already pushing the envelope with Larry David.
Yeah. That's already confirmed. I mean, come on.
Yeah, accurate. Yes. Who would be a good gullible? I feel like that wouldn't get,
That wouldn't get canceled.
That wouldn't get canceled. That wouldn't get Pixar.
You wouldn't have to avoid him on the press tour.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers.
Oh my god.
Well,
No.
he is very gullible, so that's
That is fair, and he does believe some of the things he reads on the internet.
That's true.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Aaron Rodgers of the people you listed is probably the least problematic.
And Aaron Rodgers has acted before. He was like a brief cameo in Game of Thrones in one episode. That's the stuff I know.
This could work. This could honestly work. I don't know. What do you think? Aaron Rodgers for gullible.
What about Vin Diesel? Vin Diesel for gullible.
Also, Vin Diesel.
Back to the Vin. Back to Vin.
The first name that came to mind actually was John Lovitz for gullible.
Oh, that's good.
When you were saying that, I heard you.
I feel like he was in my mind, but I couldn't quite place like who I was thinking of.
I think
it's because no one's heard from John Lovitz in a while.
Yeah, he was phenomenal in the Southland Tales, though.
there we go. I of course was showing through Tubi. The Critic, the entire series, The Critic is on there, and I binged it one day. And yeah,
in between your Club Dread viewings, or
yeah, that pretty much because I was watching Club Dread, and then I look, I'm like, oh, The Critic, and then I went back to Club Dread. But so I did start watching the commentary versions of Club Dread, and my suspicion was confirmed about how Sam Levine wound up in the movie. Was that when Jay directed the episode of Undeclared, he got to know Sam, and Sam was like, he said to him sarcastically, he's like, yeah, I used to get cast as a nerdy kid, and now I'm getting I've evolved, and now I'm getting casted as a nerdy bully. So that's how he got the role.
Wow, good for him.
We circle back.
Wait.
What's up?
I'm looking up John Lovitz.
Uh-huh.
And allegedly he has a twin sister named Leslie Lovitz.
Wait, what?
What?
This is
But
not real.
every picture is just John Lovitz.
Is this like an alter ego?
I don't know.
I have a question. Truly.
Does he have a nightlife?
Let me look this up.
Oh, yeah, maybe that's like his drag name.
His drag name?
Does she sound like
Because
him?
when you take a drag name, usually keep your the same last name.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Very common.
I think I found some
Common in the
photos
drag
of Leslie
name.
Lovitz, but I don't know. I don't know if these are real or not.
Well,
Listen, if my last name was Lovitz, I would keep it as my drag name. Okay.
So speaking of the Critic, though, I actually it's on Amazon Prime. It's a show called Icons Unearthed, which was on Vice TV. There's several series of it. One's on Star Wars, one's on Marvel, one's on Fast and Furious, which I have not watched yet.
But dying too.
One is on The Simpsons, though, and they chronicle the failure of the Critic because two of the showrunners of The Simpsons went to make the Critic, and the Critic failed spectacularly on ABC, and they brought it to Fox to try to put it on as the follow-up to The Simpsons, and it failed even more spectacularly because the Simpsons audience absolutely hated it. But there is one of the most famous episodes of The Simpsons of all time is A Star is Burned, which features the Critic, which they literally had to make as a tie-in to bring the show to Fox. So there you go.
Only Mike would know this.
I knew. Well, I watched The Simpsons back then, so I knew when the Critic went to Fox, for the second season.
Uh-huh.
And it's a famous episode of The Simpsons where they had the film festival, but it also has one of the funniest visual jokes they've ever done, where Rainier Wolfcastle goes up to Jay the Critic, and he says to Jay, he's like, you're gonna get it, and Jay's like, your shoe's untied, and Rainier Wolfcastle looks down at his shoe, and you see it becomes nightfall, and then it comes daylight again, and nightfall, and then the line is, upon further inspection, I have come to realize that I am wearing loafers. And that's after staring at his shoes for like a day and a half.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, old Simpsons jokes.
Related, but unrelated.
Related, but not at all.
Yeah. Or just disappeared into the screen.
Yeah.
I would actually really like to see some dingers right now. Looking at you, Florida.
You see some
I'm gonna laugh. No. Oh gosh. But so we've been going through the Star Wars episode
Of Icons on Earth.
And can I just say that obviously I'm a very big Star Wars fan. and I love Star Wars a lot. Nothing brings me, not a lot of things bring me more joy than watching Star Wars, except for watching behind the scenes shit about Star Wars. I don't know what's more fascinating, honestly, the franchise or the making of the movie. I will watch every documentary, every docuseries, read every book about the making of this goddamn franchise.
I bet you haven't seen this one. I actually have a clip.
May the fourth be with you guys. Why we love Star Wars? Why don't we love Star Wars? Star Wars.
Right, enough of that.
God damn it.
That was perfect.
I did not.
I saw Wallace Shawn die. Wallace Shawn is dead.
For roping. I like that.
You're a jabroni.
Quiet! You can really taste the apples.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Wednesday night. It's What the Show. My name is AJ Lancaster, and I'm one of your co-hosts.
I honestly think that was the end. I thought we were ending on PLD.
We're the vegan.
I'm like,
And as always, we have Justin the Juice.
Hey, Mike.
Jesus. Stop playing the William Hung clip while I'm on the
Okay, the William Hung.
You got to put down the appletini.
Still one of the most baffling things that's ever happened.
Oh god.
It's just odd that you played that last time when I was here. No,
that's
here again.
hilarious.
It's here again.
I haven't played it for a while.
Going back, like, to being serious though about the the icons on Earth though actually is largely told by Marsha Lucas, which makes this perspective wildly different than anything you see that's official Lucasfilm.
I stand Marsha Lucas.
Is that his son, George's son?
So much.
It's his ex-wife.
Okay.
Who edited the first movie.
She never does anything. Like, she never does any
gender neutral name. I didn't know.
And I was so into this when I saw that she was in it. I was like, it's great. It's fantastic. I highly recommend watching it. Like, she never does shit. We never get to see her point of view. Like, people talk about her. She's the heart of the films. She edited it, but finally.
Because Lucas was not involved with this, and Disney was not involved with this. This was done by Vice TV.
If they're at a convention, there's a handful of people in my top 5 of people I would like to meet in the Star Wars universe, and Marsha Lucas is truly up there. She will never do one because obviously they're all officially sanctioned through Lucasfilm, but if she did,
she got a nice cut during the divorce. That's for certain.
But listen. Truly, everyone, let me step on my soapbox for just a minute. Every director that from that generation, your Brian De Palmas, your Steven Spielbergs, your George Lucas's, Scorsese, all of them are fucking nothing without that woman. Okay, that woman made all of their careers. Little boy, sit down. You all have Marsha to thank. Okay, thank you. I'm gonna step off my soapbox.
Behind every man is a powerful woman.
Scorsese in particular, they go over his first 2 movies. She had to come in and doctor, and the same can be said for.
And you get to know her thoughts on the prequels.
Oh, that was an accident.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it was.
It's so good. Highly recommend. What is it on Amazon right now?
It's on Amazon
through Vice, but yes. So if you want to get to hear Marsha, finally tell her.
And story. Anthony Daniels also is kind of unfiltered on this and tells his actual opinions. And he kind of lets loose. It's not edited down by Lucasfilm or Disney to be what they want. No, this is Anthony Daniels telling you what he thinks, which is he's actually very funny when he's just spitting out fire.
It's a very good series so far. I've enjoyed it. We only have 1 episode left. And then I don't know. I really kind of want to watch the Fast and Furious.
The Fast and Furious one's got to be interesting.
Some good stories there. Got to be
because it's primarily about how the films are made, and then Star Wars goes into the post-production stuff. I watched the Marvel one. The Marvel one's really interesting with some of the movies. Like Ant-Man, fucking train wreck. absolute train wreck from in the pre-production stage, and it wound up being, you know, they got it to the screen and it was pretty decent, but like getting Ant-Man made was one of the most difficult projects they had.
Yeah, we do. I know I've already watched it. We have to go back. And again,
I still want whatever version of that movie that Edgar Wright was cooking.
It's true.
That's
I'm in agreement. I also want the Edgar Wright version.
AJ, did you finish the Jenny Nicholson video?
I did.
So good, right?
I got through all 4 hours eventually.
I seen it twice now.
I'd watch it again. I'd watch all 4 hours again. It's my Roman Empire, y'all. Truly. Truly. I'm obsessed. I can't. The entire concept to me, like, my friend texted me. So I had a friend who was working for Disney, and it kind of started going through the grapevine before it hit public news what the concept of the hotel was going to be. That it was going to be a cruise on dry land, yada yada yada. And so, Brandon Neely is crying, guys. I'm gonna cry. Oh man! Oh, it's actually gonna be really emotional. Inside out emotions. Anyways, so I remember when she first texted me this, and like we were like so intrigued by this concept and what they were doing. And yeah, so just like to be there from like when we first had like these going through the grapevine inklings, and then it just being this hot effing mess, and it shutting down as quickly as it did. And then Jenny Nicholson just described me in only the way Jenny Nicholson can. Like, it's fascinating.
So this is something
so
that
fascinating.
We obviously know a lot of people in Orlando, and one of our old coworkers, a couple of our old coworkers, actually wound up at the Cantina, and great serving gig. It's one of the most lucrative ones you can have because there's a time limit on how long you can be in there. It's almost all alcohol. The prices are very high, so you're turning tables like crazy throughout the day, and all your checks, even if you got a one top, are still like $30-$40 per person, and you're serving 15 people at a time. So it's a very, very great gig. One of them got offered the Star Cruiser, like applied for it, went through the application process, and then apparently found something out ahead of time and said, "I'm not doing that." And that was another red flag. Like, we're like, if you're turning down what's supposed to be this massive project, what is wrong with it?
Yeah, there was. She dodged a bullet on that one for sure. So sus.
Anyway.
Anyway, sorry everyone. I'm very.
Anyone else have any other insight on emotions they want to pitch?
Yeah. Any other thoughts, feelings? Vin Diesel.
Juicy got another one?
Roles.
Well,
I had one that was that just made me laugh.
Go for it.
It was gonna be Shame, voiced by Hannah Waddingham, just because on Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Because on Game of Thrones she was known for.
That's good. That's funny.
That's
also,
yeah.
that's funny. I've just the Shame.
Just for the joke of her playing Shame.
I was thinking about like Shame or something, or self-loathing, something. Going the Paul Giamatti route.
Oh
yeah.
Perfect.
What about that?
I can see Paul Giamatti doing like.
Well, is there a laughter emoji or something?
I don't know if that's really an emotion. There isn't. There's joy.
I guess joy would cover that.
Is laughter an emotion, or is just
I don't know. Look at this. Look at just how much joy.
I mean, just trying.
There's so much empathy there. There's so much empathy.
Much empathy. It's.
I get the cast with Sonny, but Juice gets Larry David and Larry David and Larry David.
We're the bottom of the ninth inning, and this is where the rally starts. Okay, this is where we come back.
You have a lot of Larry David.
He's empathizing. I just added all these.
With
he's
wood.
Empathizing with wood because people set their drinks down, their cups, on wood, and it leaves rings. They don't respect wood.
Do we think that Larry David is empathy? I like how I'm just gonna say this.
Juice is going to will this into existence.
He only starts accusing people of not respecting wood after he's caught not respecting wood. But that's besides the point.
Besides the point, totally.
What was this one? Oh, the class.
I don't even know what you uploaded anymore.
I don't remember. Well, the text is so small on the Little screen, I can't
I'm
see it.
looking at the preview of it.
She was spent the last 10 minutes just
Jesus.
uploading.
Yeah,
all these
I
videos.
have. I've been over here just to do this.
If you're gonna do Larry, like how about like either lying or deception as like deceiving, and it's Jason Alexander. Like that would be fucking perfect.
Yeah.
Deception. Okay.
Yeah.
So I can't lie.
I got to come up with a scheme here, okay? Jason Alexander. That would work perfectly.
Yeah.
This is why my project's late. Like,
Yeah. Sleeping under the desk.
They already got Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Just get the whole cast of Seinfeld in a Pixar. They already got
They're
Julia
all
Louis-Dreyfus. Eventually, you'll get them all.
Yeah.
No,
Jerry.
even him.
Yeah, Kramer's just like hysterical.
Look at Michael Richards. It's been
Yeah.
long enough. Jerry,
Yeah.
Jerry,
Like something happened?
pump the brakes, bud.
How I feel about that. In this. Oh, bless you.
I need a sweater.
Yes, it helps when he sneezes. I don't understand it either, anyone. I just want to pour one out tonight, everyone, for Furiosa's box office and the Florida Gators baseball team.
No, I'm not going to say
And the Fall Guy. And
your
Leach.
friend of what is it? Your dad's friend of David Leach?
My friend's dad's
Your
friends
friend's
with
dad.
David Leach.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah.
Went to high school
Pour it out for
buddies.
him as well.
They're like, we're gonna go. They're shooting Mr. Nobody 2 in
Oh yeah.
in
Nice.
Canada. So like, we're gonna go fishing and stop by and be extras in the movie.
Ooh. Is this for real?
Fun.
You gonna be an extra nobody too?
Well, no, not me. My friend's dad. but
Oh
not
dang
me.
it! That would have been cooler.
I'll try and get on it.
You could be a featured extra. I'm pretty certain that could happen.
Yeah, Keytar.
God damn.
I'll be like the Keytar.
That's really good.
I'll be the Keytar extra, the way that in Furiosa.
You are the
in Mad
this
Max Fury
version's.
Road, the guitar player.
You're this world's
Yes,
Doof
yeah, you
I'd
could
be
do
like
that
the
with
guitar player.
Sure. Every world needs a Doof warrior.
Y'all guys
Yeah.
got him the ninth one out, but we're gonna rally. Don't worry, it's happening right now. This is where it starts.
Anytime now, we're
Yeah.
gonna.
I saw Wallace Shawn die. Wallace Shawn is dead.
Hey, Jeff. James Remar here. Lord Raiden from Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Hey, pal, I am told that this is from, What the Show? And that you're a jabroni?